International Poznań.
Cześć, tutaj Maciek, witam Cię za kulisami International Poznań, and I'd like to welcome Max from Australia.
How you doing?
And Satnam from Australia and from India.
G'day, mate. Namaste.
Namaste,
Which is saying good day.
Wow, that's also Australian?
No. You said India and Australia, so I said good day in Australia.
Okay, and then
namaste
in
India.
And then in
in
India.
India.
Okay, and Max, you're also connected to Poland, truth to be told.
I am. So whilst I can say g'day, I can also say siemanko.
Siemanko. Okay, that's good. But your Polish is pretty good?
My Polish is pretty good, although I do tend to think in English, which really limits my sentence-making ability when it comes to speaking Polish. Like it gets better as I stay here a little bit longer.
To jak do ciebie teraz zagadam po polsku, to nie będzie problemu i coś tam odpowiesz.
No coś odpowiem, ale wolałbym odpowiedzieć po angielsku.
Ale w zasadzie to ogarnąłeś to zdanie.
Ale głowa jest trochę zawracała.
Okay, so you can actually see that Max is able to speak Polish and whatever other language. But I wanted to ask you, how did you enjoy the show?
It was good, thank you very much. It was interesting, as we said, being an early cold morning, we woke up, recollecting stories from Australia.
We did. Oh, yeah.
It was nice. Yeah, we warmed up to it. Yeah.
Max, you're soon going to Australia, coming back home.
Oh, in 2 weeks, yeah.
That's going to be Sydney. What are you most excited about?
Probably the weather. First thing I do is I'm going to run down to a place called Shelley Beach, and I'm just going to jump in the water.
Yeah.
Shelley Beach is like...
It's going to be a bit cold, eh?
It's...
That's Australian, isn't it?
18 degrees
18 is
for the water.
Yeah,
That's the water temperature.
Yeah.
I think I'll...
You can handle that?
I think I'll survive.
18, you said?
18, yeah.
That's good. And what's the temperature of the air?
Right now, I think it's in the 30s. Yeah. It's like 31.
Because now, if it's winter in Poland, it's going to be summer in Australia.
Summer Australia,
Yeah.
exactly.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's completely the opposite. So by the time it gets cold over there, you guys will have it hot over here.
You, Satnam, you lived in Queensland. You also can go swimming, or is it a different type of place?
Wherever I lived in Queensland, luckily I was only about 10 minutes away from the beach. And that's the way life was in Queensland, And for sure, I missed the beach. That was one of my most looking forward to part of the day. You finish work, you go down to one of the little pubs along the beach, have a beer, take a walk on the beach. I had 2 dogs. Walk them on the beach and then come back home, It's that kind of a lifestyle.
That kind of a lifestyle. Does that mean that living in such a nice place just makes you a happier person?
It's pretty easy going, isn't it?
This is something what you brought up as very profound, defining happiness. It's not money. It's not a big house. And Yagoda and I were talking about it the other day.
So your wife and you?
Yeah, my wife and myself. And we were thinking, what makes people happier?
After all,
you can have a nice car, nice home, beautiful kids, everything is fine, a new job or whatever. But what really makes us happy? And I realize, and we did a bit of research about it from other people, what makes them really happy. Is
researching happiness.
Yeah, exactly. Being closer to nature. People who live closer to nature are a lot more happier than people who live in artificial surroundings, And I think that's the reason why living closer to the beach or living closer to a forest or living closer to the countryside, people are generally more relaxed. And that's the reason why I think it makes things click, that why Australians so relaxed, because there's open spaces,
That's,
there is nature
a very
all
good
the
point,
time.
yeah.
There is this concept of most livable cities.
Yeah.
And I think 2 out of 3 at the very top are from Australia.
Yeah, it's usually...
Sydney, Melbourne.
Yeah, sometimes Adelaide, sometimes
Yeah.
Brisbane. It's always,
It
it's always
changes.
the Aussie places.
Yeah.
It's a lifestyle thing, right? I mean, people just generally go outside. So once you're exposed to some actual, sunlight, then you're actually
happier, I suppose.
Yeah,
exactly.
And last but not least, guys, I wanted to let everyone on Facebook know or learn a new word, and it is fortnight. Because I feel like this is something special about Australia, that fortnight is actually like this most important part, right?
Right, because everybody gets paid fortnightly.
Fortnightly.
Yeah.
Yep.
Dostajesz wynagrodzenie co 2 tygodnie. Fortnight to właśnie oznacza 2 tygodnie. No i w Australii jest tak, że płacą właśnie co 2 tygodnie. So this is twice as often as they pay in here.
Yeah, but it comes to the same amount. You spend twice
I know,
as much.
but
You just,
But
you,
yet
you
maybe
just
it
spend it a lot
changes
quicker.
You spend it a lot quicker,
It means
exactly.
most payments and most bills come in fortnightly.
exactly.
People pay rent every 2 weeks.
So there's also this downside of it.
It's
It's
basically, it contributes to the whole culture that it's so, everything is just day by day happiness. You
Exactly.
know, nobody really
Day by day
plans-
happiness. That
Nobody
maybe
really
makes you, more
content with
here
life.
and now,
It
than
is.
thinking too much ahead.
People do think in the moment, you know. People.
Yeah.
You will go around. There's a big cafe culture. You know, it's very comparable to Italy.
Especially in Sydney, right?
Especially in Sydney, yeah.
Manly. Oh,
Yeah.
I know that.
Yeah.
This is something
I
true.
can't
Cafe
survive.
culture.
I can't get a good cup of coffee,
Yeah.
like as compared to Australia. I can't find one here because
Really?
here when you ask for a coffee at a restaurant, generally they'll say black or white.
Uh-huh.
That's not good enough for me. Like over in Australia, you can say I want a cappuccino, and you don't sound pretentious. You know, you don't sound fancy. It's quite normal. There are 10 different types of
Come
coffees.
on, Max. It's not that bad in Poznan either. You can ask for a cappuccino without sounding pretentious. You know?
I feel pretty pretentious.
Oh, no.
Don't worry
My
about
wife
that.
always has cappuccino.
But I need to try Australian coffee one day. Thank you so much, Satnam.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Max.
Nice
It was
thanks
a
a lot,
pleasure. Dzięki, że jesteś na Facebooku. Warto tu zaglądać, bo materiały wideo ze studia tylko w internecie. Thank you so much.
Thanks,
Cheers,
mate.
guys.